The day I walked away from my 9 to 5 changed my life completely. And in today's video, I'm basically just going to talk about my story and how I quit my 9 to 5 job, moved to Dubai, and how I now own a 6-figure coaching business. And I'm literally going to tell you guys from the beginning my story and how basically quitting my 9 to 5 job changed my life. My name is Alim and I used to work a 9 to 5 job back in the UK. My first job in the UK was me working for Argos back in 2014. Around that time I was 17 and basically this was my first 9 to 5 job. Now in the beginning I was quite excited because I was like, you know what, I can make some money for myself. You know, I think everyone is, right? Everyone who works a job for the first time, they're quite excited, they can make money for themselves. And I was no different. When I got into Argos, I was excited because it was my first job. I was finally going to be able to make some money for myself. And yeah, I was excited. However, around 2 to 3 weeks in after training, I realized that a 9 to 5 job isn't really for me. But just like a lot of people who, you know, get into the world of 9 to 5, I didn't really take any action outside of it. And I worked here for about a year and then I quit and then I ended up going back into Argos for another year. After a while, I actually got sacked from Argos. The reason being was because I wasn't flexible enough, which is quite ironic because now I have freedom to do whatever I want. So after I got sacked from Argos, I think it was about maybe a few months later, I then got a job for World Duty Free's warehouse. Now this was basically a warehouse where there's no windows, you're not allowed to talk to anyone. It's a very, very depressing warehouse. The radio's on 24/7. You're kind of micromanaged quite a lot as well. And it was horrible. I used to work night shifts here and it just felt so depressing. My job was basically picking up perfumes, putting it into boxes, as well as also putting perfumes away. I didn't really like it. I really hated it. And I remember how depressing it got when, you know, I used to go on my break, I used to sit in my car. And I remember sitting there just thinking, you know, this job is draining me. This is one of the worst jobs I've done. I just did not like it at all. And in fact, it was so bad that someone actually committed suicide at work. And that's how you know how bad this job was. And I wasn't like a permanent staff at this job. It was basically given to me through an agency. So anytime the agency had shifts available, they would contact you to let you know that these shifts are available. So it was a little bit more flexible because you could, I guess, kind of choose your shifts as well. The money at the time wasn't bad either because it was night shifts. They paid you a little bit more. So yeah, back then I used to just work that and try and save as much money as possible. After a while, the shifts dried up and World Duty Free basically just hired their own staff. So the agencies never really had any extra shifts available. So after that, I applied for other jobs. I applied for Sky as a sales advisor in a call center, and then I finally got that job. Now, the reason I took this job specifically, especially within Sky, was because at the time I was doing a university degree for digital media. And if you're not from the UK, Sky is one of the biggest media companies. And I thought this was a great opportunity where I'll go to university, get my degree, and I thought at the end of it, I could actually move to the media side of Sky. So yeah, I passed my interview, I got the job, and I was working in Sky as a sales advisor in a call center. Again, I was very excited because I thought, you know what, Sky is a big company. I can actually move up here. I can actually do well for myself here. But that was very short-lived because after the training, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I think in any job, generally, when you do training, it's quite fun. But after training, when you're on the phones talking to customers, I realized how bad this job is because there is so much pressure from the management that you need to sell. If you don't sell well enough, then you get put on performance plans. You can get warnings. You can even get sacked. On top of that, the management are on your case. They micromanage you like mad. You're not allowed to take a break between calls. You have to take back-to-back calls. Everything is monitored. Your lunch is monitored. How long you take on that is monitored. The time you take on your break is monitored. Even if you take an extra minute on your lunch or your break, they come at you hard. So this job, albeit I learned sales and it was a very valuable skill, I just didn't like all the other bullshit that came with that job. Again, just like most of you guys who are probably watching this video and most people around the world, I hated my job, but I did nothing to change that because I was comfortable. The job was paying me a decent amount. I had no reason to leave, especially because my plan was to, once I leave university, I could maybe get into the media side of Sky. So I was at this job for a good 4 years. A good 4 years of my life, I was at this job. Midway through the job, I started YouTube. So I created my own YouTube channel. I started making content about cars and I was filming with a friend of mine at the time as well. And the reason I started a YouTube channel because I realized I need to break out of this 9 to 5 job. So after 4 years within Sky, I then got a role as a media operator within Sky. Now I thought this would be amazing. I thought, you know what? I can finally get into the media side of Sky. This is what I always wanted because the call center was getting draining now, you know, speaking to customers every day. Everyone's complaining that their bills have gone up, all of that kind of stuff. On top of that, the micromanagement, The managers used to be terrible as well. They used to all be on your case. So I thought, you know what, let me go into the media side of Sky. At least the job will be a lot better. And when I started that job, honestly, it was amazing because it was a big contrast to what I was used to in the call center. The manager was amazing. Shout out John. If you're somehow watching this, you know, you've been an amazing manager. It was like a different world, right? Like there was no micromanagement. The job was quite chilled. Like it was quite relaxing. Most times I would go into work and I wouldn't really be doing much. You can take your breaks when you want. No one's monitoring how long you take. I used to have my laptop at my desk so I could work on my online businesses at the time, and no one really had a problem with it. And that's why I was really happy. I was like, okay, this seems like a job that I could actually do. But literally, yeah, a few months later, maybe let's say 5 or 6 months later, the job got very, very repetitive. And albeit the money was better than the call center, the money still wasn't great. And at the time, I already convinced myself that I'm not going to be working a 9-to-5 job for long. So around that time, I also got married as well. And then what me and my wife did is we went to Dubai on our honeymoon. Now, we always wanted to move to Dubai. Me and my wife had the same sort of vision. We both wanted to live in Dubai. So I said, you know what, for our honeymoon, why don't we do one thing? Why don't we go to Dubai? Let's not stay in a hotel. Why don't we just rent an apartment in Dubai for a couple of weeks? And that's what we did. We went to Dubai, we stayed in Marina. This was in 2023, and we spent our honeymoon there. And I remember posting on my Instagram around that time when I was leaving that I'm leaving Dubai, but next time I come, I'm not leaving. It's quite a bold statement to make at the time where I didn't have any plan on actually making that reality. So yeah, I came back to the UK, I was working my 9-to-5 job, and I tried to apply for other jobs in Dubai at that time. I wasn't getting any responses back. Funny enough, around that time, I also had an interview for Mr. Beast as well, for a video editor. And I thought, you know what, if I get this role, I could easily move to Dubai because it's a remote job, I can work anywhere, and the pay is amazing. Long story short, I failed the interview, so I didn't actually make it past the interview, which now is definitely a blessing in disguise. And then yeah, I kept applying for jobs back in the UK for Dubai. Nothing really was happening. You know, I was still in my 9-to-5 job. I used to go in every day, used to wake up at 6 a.m, get to work for 7, used to really struggle. And then one day I just said I finally had enough, and I decided to quit my 9-to-5 job and move to Dubai. Now the reason I actually just randomly decided that I'm going to just move to Dubai was because I was actually inspired by a friend of mine. So shout out to you, Ikram, if you're watching this. One of my friends, who was more of an acquaintance at the time, posted on his story that he's moved to Dubai. So I messaged him to find out, you know, what's he doing in Dubai, because obviously that's something I want to do. It's interesting that he moved. He said to me at the time he's doing real estate and that he's going to let me know how it goes in the next few months. I said, that's amazing. How do I join the real estate? I want to move to Dubai as well. So he gave me the number of the recruiter. I spoke to the recruiter. She done like an interview with me, and long story short, she didn't select me going forwards. Now the real estate job was commission only anyway, albeit they paid for your visa and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just basically didn't get the job. So I remember saying to my wife, okay, why don't we just go to Dubai and see what we can do? Why don't we just go, let's say for 3 months, we'll just pack our bags, go to Dubai, maybe try and find a job or find something where we can secure our stay. So my wife was fully on board with all of this anyway. So I said, all right, let's do it. So that was the day I decided, yeah, I'm just going to quit my 9-to-5 job. I'm going to move to Dubai. I'm going to give myself 3 months to find a way to secure my stay here. And that's what I did. So I quit my job. I remember messaging my manager at the time, moved to Dubai. Literally, I had no savings. I had a little bit of online income, but it wasn't really enough to survive on. And I started working on my online businesses. I then tried to apply for jobs as well. I got some interviews, but I never really got the job. I was actually very close to joining NAS Daily as a graphic designer. They shortlisted me down with me and some other person, and literally in the end, they selected that other person, which now 100% is a blessing in disguise. And then after that, I said, you know what, let me just go full on my online business. Let me just work hard, make as much money as possible online, and just try to survive in Dubai that way. And now it's been 12 months since I left the UK, moved to Dubai. I remember when I left for 3 months, a lot of people thought I was going to come back to the UK, because guys, it's not easy to stay out here. A lot of people take that risk as well. Come to Dubai for 3 months, 2 months, try to survive, try to find something. And what ends up happening, because the competition here is so high, a lot of people have to go back. But thankfully for myself, I worked hard on my online business, put in so much effort, and now I make over 6 figures a year. All because I decided to take that risk and move to Dubai and work on my online business. Now, if you guys are wondering what my online business is, so essentially I run an online coaching business where I help 9-to-5ers or any beginners really. I scale them up to 10K a month by leveraging their skills and knowledge to high ticket clients. So if that sounds interesting and that sounds like you can either DM me on Instagram, or you can click the link in the description below and book a call with me. And what we'll do is we'll jump on a call and I'll see how I can help you. Because guys, I used to be there. I used to work a 9-to-5 job. I know how hard it is. I know how it can be when you're getting micromanaged. I know how hard it can be when you're working long hours. I remember working 5 to 6 12-hour shifts in a week. That shit was brutal. It wasn't easy. But the reason why I am where I am today, and a lot of you guys are where you are today, is because you did not take that risk. And I'm not telling you to, just quit your job and move to another country. Take action today. Start an online business. Because I started an online business way before, and way before it was making me money, I used to work day and night on my online business. And that's the reason why I make over 6 figures a year now. And that's how I can help a lot of you guys start making 5 figures a month. And I've worked with countless people and I've made some serious money for them. One of my recent clients, his name is Denyon. Just in a few weeks of working with me, I managed to get him $20,000 worth of booked calls, which means even if he converts half of them, he will make 10K working with me for only a few weeks. This just shows that what I'm teaching works, as if I wasn't already living proof, because I used to work a 9-to-5 job over 12 months ago. And now life is different. I get to work for myself. I get to work wherever I want, whenever I want. I get to work in Dubai. I remember going to my 9-to-5 in the UK where it was cold, depressing, and all of that kind of stuff. But now I get to wake up when I want, work when I want, in the best city in the world. So that's why I say the day I walked away from my 9-to-5 job changed everything. And honestly, a lot of you guys can do exactly the same thing. But you need to take action today.